What's up, lovely Pisces? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. We're going to read your tarot cards today. Please come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, a desire to learn something or better yourself or your situation. Do trust your own intuition above all else. Take away only what resonates for you and release the rest, because you are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. You know this, right? Ooh, I'm having a hard time shuffling this deck. What is up with that? Let's go ahead and set the intention now to get my Pisces gang out there, my lovely, lovely Pisces. I appreciate you all. Let's get them some clear, helpful, insightful messages as best we can wherever they are at on their spiritual path currently. Most importantly, happy birthday to all the Pisces out there. Hope you guys are having a good birthday season. We're in that watery energy, and as a reader who has a lot of water in my chart, I am into it. You got to be careful, though, when you say that. Then Pisces season will come to get you, right? You get swept away by the ocean. No, I hope you guys are doing well. We did several rounds of love readings, and I have to say a lot of yours were incredible, absolutely incredible. So I hope you were basking in the thrills or in the throes of young love or whatever kind of love. But do check those readings out. They're good. I do readings weekly. So yeah, that energy is good for a while. Please check those out. I'm just going to do a general spread and see what comes out. If love does, I'm happy to read for that. But we'll see. This could be about anything. So I'm recording this on Kurt Cobain's birthday. So RIP, happy birthday, Kurt Cobain. Such a Pisces, but very grateful that he came into the ethers. Ooh, oh my God, the candle just blew out, you guys. That was creepy. That was eerie. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that. What's up, Kurt? You joining the reading? No. All right, let's refocus our energy. Pisces gang, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's get them clear, helpful, insightful messages wherever they're at in their spiritual journey. All right. I'm chatty this morning. Sorry about that, guys. I'm also getting over a cold, so if my voice sounds like Kermit the Frog, or Oscar the Grouch for that matter, that's why. All right, Pisces past, what's up? The Six of Swords, how is that impacting them currently? I'm hearing that song by All American Rejects, Move Along. Do you guys know that song? When all you got to keep is strong, move along, something like that. And the star, yeah, so you're getting closer to your point of destiny, or to... You know how they say, like, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey along the way? Yes, but because you have been open to immersing yourself in life's blessings and not being so focused on the destination, you haven't even realized that you're actually getting closer to the goalpost than you realize. Because some of you had like this maybe wishy-washy or vague idea of something you wanted, or some of you the opposite. You had a very clear vision, but you didn't understand how you were going to achieve it or attain it. For some of you, there's some sort of connection that comes in, and it kind of, I don't want to say it falls in your lap. You have been making strides to get to it, but it's almost like, and this won't make sense for everybody, but there was an enjoyment of the trip. There was an enjoyment of the travel, and you're like, oh, I'm here. Like, and that has to do for some of you with your love life. That has to do with your career for some of you. For some of you, it's quite literally going on some sort of travel or expedition, and it feels... In a higher sense, it feels spiritually guided. With the star, it's like you almost have like a spirit. This is a big message, Pisces. You almost have like a spiritual awakening when you go on some sort of expedition or adventure, or it doesn't have to be long distance travel, but like when you get yourself out of your comfort zone or familiar territory, when you go off into the unknown and you're just like exploring life, living your best life, it's like you find your calling, you find your meaning, you find your purpose, you find your new best friend, you find the person you're going to marry one day. It's like there's a discovery because of some very important journey. Now, do keep in mind this quote unquote journey, or I'll say the Six of Swords, making progress, making strides forward. That's showing up in the past. Current energy is showing up as the star. So I'm going to say some of you are going to have a very happy birthday. Now, I don't want you to take that message as disappointing. If you're already in your birthday day or whatever, it's past and you're like, nothing came to me. Well, don't block your blessings, because the star is saying like things are being illuminated. It's a huge card of healing too. So some of you via spiritual awakening, or again, some sort of travel or trip, there was a huge inner healing that took place, and I don't even think all of you realize it. It's like something that needed to be discovered or something that needed to be healed or mended. It did, and it's not to take away from the hard work you've done, but for some of you, it happened on its own. I hope that makes sense. Because ultimately it's like you had determined or decided in your mind what you wanted, and without even realizing it, you were working to manifest it and have it mirrored back to you. And the universe is like, all right, sweet, we're going to roll up our sleeves and help Pisces with this. And you're like, part of you is sort of in disbelief, like I'm here. I see happy tears. I like literally like getting down on hands and knees and like kissing the ground. For some of you, again, there's almost like a religious, spiritual trip, or I don't know what you call that. There's a better word for it. Anyway, moving on. I don't see it as necessarily like you were in danger and that you're a relief. It's not like getting off the airplane and kissing the ground like we made it. It's not that. Though symbolically, I actually think that's a good metaphor for it. It's like something you've really wanted is starting to come into you, and there's such a beautiful energy of gratitude, Pisces. All right, so what's going on emotionally for Pisces? The Queen of Cups. Oh, you are just tickled pink. Yeah, for some of you, you might be in love with a fellow water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. You can't get them off your mind. But here's the thing. It's not that like unreciprocated, like I'm thinking about this person and they're not thinking about me, or I wonder if they're going to text and call. It's like there's a healthy boundary here, but it's like you both are on the same page, and there's an ease of knowing that because you're not guessing. This person isn't being ambiguous with their intentions or motives. I'm getting like you want another sip. It just tastes so good. It's going down smooth. It's like, give me another hit. That's cute. This is the type of energy where you guys are very psychically connected. It might be with an Aquarius as well. You have 2 cards of Aquarius, again, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Very strong card of Cancer for me as a reader, the Queen of Cups. You guys are psychically entwined. This could be a scenario with a best friend that starts to turn romantic, or again, something that starts off as a friend, someone you meet while traveling or during some sort of important journey of the self. A chapter of your own self-discovery, your path starts to align with someone who just, it's a beautiful, beautiful friendship and has the potential for it to be more if you want it to be. I don't know why this is coming through, but some of you may entertain, I'm getting like same-sex couples, even if that hasn't been a thing for you in the past. There might be something that opens your mind up to seeing relationships in a new light. And again, that's not for everybody. Take the message if it's yours. If it's not, just release it. But yeah, there could be like, I don't know, I'm sort of getting like bisexuality, to be honest. I'm just getting that. Again, not for everybody. Also, something very specific about a green chair or green fabric. There could be a picture of you guys taken on like a velvety green couch, or something about a velvet couch. I don't really know what that is, but it's like a confirmation for one or two of you. Anyway, when you're thinking about this person and you're not with them, it's almost like they send a text as you're thinking about them. It's very like you guys are in sync with each other. Synchronicities, I'm hearing. All right, so then what are the plans or actions or ambitions? You want to bring these two things together. Again, it's like you arrived at the goalpost and you didn't even realize it. Some of you may have been a little bit lost because you got out of maybe a temporary relationship or kind of an in-betweener, and it kind of, I'm not saying it was disappointing per se, but like it kind of sets you back of like, oh man, like relationships, like it's just, it takes a toll on me every time. And then all of a sudden you meet someone and it clicks, and it's just, there's an ease to it. It's not the struggle. It doesn't feel like you're being met with challenges or oppositions. I think you've already done a tremendous amount of that in the past. So this is similar to messages we've already gotten for you, Pisces. I can tell there's like a bringing together. There's like a, let's mold our individual worlds, our individual lives into one. Like, how do we get these to intersect more frequently? It could be someone who lives at a distance and you're trying to bridge the gap. There could be plans to go visit them. It's like bringing things in closer. Come closer, I'm hearing. Come closer. Come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man. So big and so strong. I love that song. Do you guys know that song? All right, anyway, moving on. Sorry. You ever do something and immediately regret it? Okay, here we go. What is holding? Actually, let's get one more on this Two of Wands. Why is that coming up in Pisces? Goals and ambitions. I do think it's travel plans for a lot of you, whether it involves another person or not. Like, I'm just saying, you're going to meet someone very, very important. There's going to be an important character that shows up in your life in the coming weeks. The Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot of you are making plans to move in together. Introducing these people to your family. This person may have a different cultural background than you, speak a different language, practice a different religion. There's something foreign and different and unique in terms of your upbringing versus theirs. Okay. So what is holding Pisces back, if anything? What can we give them some help with if they're seeking help or guidance on anything? What is holding them back? What is holding them back? Something they need to release or grow from? The Queen of Pentacles. All right, so possibly getting out of a marriage. And if that's the case, it seems like you already have for the most of you, but you may be second guessing, like, am I going to get another turn at, if you want to be married again or whatever, you moved out from your boyfriend, girlfriend, and you're like, oh, like, am I ever going to get a chance to meet of course you are. Of course you are. Others of you, again, just, there could be issues with money coming through, overspending, overgiving of your time, energy, resources. Yeah, you can't pour from an empty cup. I'm going to leave it at that. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself first. I think that's very important. And I will say for one or two of you, you've been in relationships where there's a very strong focus on physical appearance and look, almost leaning into sort of that opposition of like the Virgo perfectionism, feeling like you need to change how you look or how you present yourself in order to fit in the box of what other people want. And the universe is reminding you it's the opposite. Like it's great if you want to get all dolled up and look pretty or whatever the version of that is for you, but do it for you, just for you. Because ultimately this person accepts you who you are, like almost like the blank slate without all the frills. I don't mean this in like a crude way, but it's like this person likes you naked, like no makeup, whatever, hair up in a ponytail, hair greasy from getting out of bed or, unshowered, whatever you want to say. It's like this person likes you. It's about the soul connection. Don't get lost in the details of perfectionism or almost like, obsessing over minute things that you think it's going to make you more appealing. And the universe is like, why are you doing that to yourself? Like, because ultimately, like, it's making you feel like you're not good enough, or it's making you feel like you're striving for this high standard of perfection. But it's very like Eight of Swords. It's like you've placed yourself in that box. Like that might be your false understanding of what you're supposed to look like. And like, I'm just telling you, for whoever or whatever this thing is, that's not a thing. You're like, that's a self-imposed limitation of like, I wish I was taller. I wish I was thinner. I wish my boobs were bigger. Like all those things. It's like the universe is like, that's wasted energy, but it also is, it's almost like looking at it as how would, like, the way you treat yourself is how you should treat your inner child, right? The little version of you. And like, why would you criticize that inner child? Why would you tell them they have to be this or do that, or that, how they present naturally isn't acceptable. You need to go do this. And for some of you, I get it. Like, that's what you were told as a child, right? You had very critical, hypercritical parents that every time you left the house, they were nitpicking and this and that. So again, you need to break the generational curse. This is your life, and you set up sort of your standards and ways of life and living. And so, yeah, some of you, it's this ideal of perfection or superficiality, materialism that I don't mean to come down on you and be judgy, ironically, that whole message. But I'm also understanding for a lot of you, it stems from an upbringing. So it's almost like, you were forced to drink that Kool-Aid. So you're still operating with pieces and parts of that mentality without realizing that was never my truth. And yet I'm still operating on it. So anyway, things to be aware of. And also, I guess always just watch the way you're manifesting. Manifest from a place of open-mindedness and positivity. Some of you are maybe sinking a little bit into, I'm on this journey and I'm kind of feeling lost. Like I've lost sight of my North Star, though here it is. It's coming. It's literally like around the corner for a lot of you. I'm hearing that phrase, like, always a bridesmaid's never a bride. So yeah, don't get stuck in that mentality of like, it's never my turn. Like everybody around me gets to be happy and I don't, because I'm telling you, Pisces, the Star, Queen of Cups, Two of Wands to the Ten of Pentacles, you're gonna be elated. You're gonna be more than happy. Like, this is your element. This is feeling wonderful. Like, look how happy she is. She's got her favorite show on. She's got like her cozy clothes. She's in her fun little chair. She's sipping on something tasty. Her significant other is texting her or calling her or about to come over and cuddle. Like, this is you. Like, lean into that energy. This is going to be great. Don't self-sabotage in terms of like, okay, it's comparison. Don't compare yourself to others in all senses of the word. Thank you, Spirit. That took me a while to get. Thank you. All right, here we go. What's going to help my Pisces move forward? What is their advice card or action? What's going to help them move forward if they are struggling at all? What's going to help them move forward, please? What's going to help? The Nine of Cups. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is pulp tarot, so of course it has kind of like that little wink and naughtiness to it. Like, I'm literally hearing like music that would accompany this card. I'm having trouble describing it, but like, it just has like this burlesque type. You guys. This is loving your body. This is loving who you are. This is basking in the energy of self-satisfaction and self-fulfillment. Really lean into your recent accomplishments, and not just recent, any accomplishment in your life that you can attribute to your own skills and talents and success, where you veered off from the pack or the family or the tradition or the people and did your own thing and it worked out really well for you. Remember that's going to be something that continues in your life. So yeah, lean into your own, I'm hearing the word self-satisfaction, but like in a good way. It's like, even if you're not dating, like, this message is coming through, so I'm going to share it, but like, you can still have sex, Pisces. Do you understand what I mean? Like, there's something about being self-satisfaction. You understand. Take a sip from your own cup, though. Appreciate it. Enjoy the life that you've created for yourself. It doesn't mean it has to be perfect, but we already know we're letting go of this standard and this ideal of perfection and trying to live up to other people's standards or live life in a way that mirrors those around you that you view as successful. You're smart, Pisces. You know that, what people present on social media is a fraction of the truth. Like, you're seeing the highlights reel. You're not seeing what's behind it. So yeah, really, and not all of you are struggling with this, but those who are, it's like you're trying to build a life that mimics or mirrors what you've been told is successful, but you define what success is. You define what success looks and feels with the cups, what that feels like for you. And when you start to realize that, you're going to realize, like, I actually have a lot of good things in my life. And not only that, like, I have a clear sense of purpose and direction in terms of what I want to achieve and accomplish personally for myself. And when you're in that energy, that's when you attract people who are in that energy as well. You're not attracting broken people or sad people or, you know what I mean? And I don't mean to diminish what anybody is going through. I'm trying to say this compassionately, but you seem to have the opportunity to enjoy some sort of recent success because this is almost like one day I'm going to get a promotion, and then it happens at a time when you don't expect it, and you're like living your best life all of a sudden, and then it's like a domino effect. It's like then you get like your dream apartment, then you meet your dream person, and I'm not saying it's all going to align instantly, but I'm saying like there's a domino effect of you having a very strong sense of identity right now that is manifesting and materializing things around you quite quickly. Something about the new pair of shoes, a new pair of shoes. There's something very like sexual about this Nine of Cups. Like you may be mixing things up in the bedroom, trying new things, buying toys, anything that attracts the senses. It's very Taurian energy to me right now. So, the perfume, the aromatherapy, the candles, like the texture of the blankets. Like there's something about including all of the senses, and that's very Pisces energy to me too. It's like the immersive experience. It's like we want this, maybe it's the first time you guys are being intimate or physical. It's like we want this to be like the full experience, and like, ooh, just don't forget to come out for air because there's a potential here for you guys to fall in love very deeply, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. I just think you just want to make sure it doesn't turn into codependency or obsession, particularly there's the Scorpios coming through, Scorpio and Taurus, particularly for those who are connecting with a Scorpio and a Taurus, or if you have that strongly in your chart. Yeah, this person is wild about you. And again, for all of you, this doesn't have to be a love reading, but I can't deny that it's coming through. It's coming through. So like I said, I'm happy to relay that. Hopes, dreams, wishes, goals. What is Pisces hoping to get out of this? Ugh, too many cards. King of Cups. So there's your divine pairing. The Five of Cups, the Page of Cups, Strength, and the Tower. Yeah, something comes as an unexpected blessing, and it's not for nothing though, or I'm sorry, it's not out of nowhere. It's not out of the clear blue, even though you may interpret it as such. You've been working your way towards this for a very, very long time. And again, when you lean into and embrace and dive headfirst into the ocean of self-love, you catch a good fish while you're down there. It's like you meet your counterpart, you meet a divine soulmate or counterpart, however you want to say it. The Five of Cups says, though, it's like, I don't want to say it's just as you're about to lose hope, because that's very much not the message here. I don't know if a test from the universe is a good way of phrasing it. I think, okay, no, here's what this is. A lot of you have learned that you are an emotional being, and of course you are, you're a water sign, right? But it's beyond just the recognition of that. It's developing healthy coping strategies and habits when we are feeling like we're not showing up in our best way. It's not about dismissing those feelings or swallowing them or burying them so we don't have to deal. It's sort of the acknowledgement of like, again, like healing your inner child. It's like, ooh, I woke up and I'm feeling really depressed today. My heart is very heavy. I'm feeling lost. I'm feeling whatever it is. You guys are strategizing in a new way on how you deal with those feelings and those circumstances in life. Again, coping strategies. It's like you're actually taking time to sit with yourself and be like, hey there, kiddo, like what's going on? Why are you feeling this way? And like, I know that's cheesy, but it's like you're doing it to yourself and you're understanding, I'm allowed to not feel okay some days. That's very normal. I'm a human being, and like emotions as a Pisces, like with mutable energy, they're going to come and go. There's like this ever changing in emotions and water and energy, like it's fluid. And with that, there needs to be strong skills of adaptability that some days you're going to want to get out of bed and make it a great day. And other days you might just need to rest and listen to your body, and understanding that and honoring that is really important. It doesn't make you less than to have a day where you don't want to see anyone. And here's the key to that. As long as you are doing it out of love and respect for yourself, that's the key. It's like, I think I've said this to you before, it's like operating on sort of the modality or the mentality rather. What would a person do who loves themselves right now? If you're grieving or crying or feeling a sense of loss, are you going to tell that person to like suck it up? No, of course. Like you're going to give them a blanket. You're going to give them some tea, and then you're going to be like, hey, you want to talk about it? Or do you want to put on your favorite movie? Do you want to call up a friend? Like you're being solution oriented, but you're not denying or resisting the feelings or the emotion. Because here's the thing: there's nothing wrong with you. And I think some of you got the message growing up or externally, those around you that like, ooh, like you're feeling sad and depressed, and that means there's something wrong with you. And so you've had sort of this projection or this mental prison of, oh my God, there must be something wrong with me. Like other people don't feel these things, and why do they overpower me and overtake? There's nothing wrong with you. A lot of people feel that way. They're just not as open about it. And maybe you're one of those people you're going to start a trend or you're going to maybe you're going to write a book about it or whatever. It's not even about what you do with it for other people. It's about what you do with it for yourself in order to cope and heal and set up strategies so it doesn't overpower your life. It doesn't overtake you. It doesn't pull you into that abyss. It's allowing the emotions to come and acknowledging with them and working with them, and also not letting them run your day either. Again, it really is about like the self-soothing. And I know that message isn't for all of you, but that felt really, really important. So yeah, when you start to look at your emotions not as the enemy, but as someone who's on your team, and you have to work with this person, right? And some days you really love them, and some days it's very annoying and challenging to work with them, but it's all a part of you, right? And so there's this all-encompassing, like there's an embracing of who you are, and not looking at any piece or part of yourself as flawed, just this acceptance and understanding that I'm a multifaceted person, and I love every single part of me, despite what other people say, despite what people have told me, despite what that sad sack voice in my head is telling me that I'm not good enough, like I still love it, because I wouldn't be where I am today without him, right? That kind of thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I see tower energy as... Here's the thing, though. It's like you've built a fortress. This tower is not going to be destroyed. It's almost like this... I don't know how to put this. It's like the material that this structure has been built upon is indestructible. And so even though like there's little flames coming out the window, it's going to be put out with a fire extinguisher. And so like the tower of like, things falling to shit and blowing up and that sort of like everything's falling apart. It's not. You, like the tower, yourself, you've gone through important lessons where it's made you indestructible. Or you're coming into that chapter where, again, the emotions don't overtake you. And in many ways, it's about viewing your emotions, the water, the cups, as a skill and a talent. Your ability to be empathetic and compassionate, your ability to have these open conversations about feelings, that's a strength that not everybody has, and I think you're starting to lean into it. A lot of you do some sort of healing work. You may be an artist or a creative type, and Yeah, get ready for a glow up or an upgrade in that department. Yeah, you look at all this cup energy, you guys. Like, this is fantastic. I also think, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Maybe you're starting a family. Maybe you're meeting the person you're going to marry and have children with. Maybe this is about embracing all aspects of you and your personality. It's like all the feelings and all the emotions. What is that Pixar movie where it's like anger and sadness and joy and you know what I mean? Amy Poehler and Bill Hader, I think, are some of the voices. You guys know the one I mean. I wish I could think of the name of it. But anyway, it's about embracing all the emotions and loving them equally, because they're all at the driver's seat in different parts of your life, and so you have to learn to work with them. And yes, this is an internal, almost like family system. I actually think that's like a psychological thing, like in psychology books. But this is also about establishing connections with people around you. And again, maybe there's like an inclusivity energy here that is just really lovely. And I don't know why, but something is coming through about a pirate. Knight of Cups. This is beautiful. This is in the flow. This is like moving through the waters. Come hell or high water, it's going to be great. It already is. Some of you, it's like you're doing a sexy dance. I don't know what this is. I keep hearing like racy music. All I can think of to reference is like Billy Madison, right? The Adam Sandler movie, when it's nudie magazine day, and he gets in his golf cart and drives to the mailbox and he opens them up. They're absolutely ridiculous magazines, but it's like that music that plays. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. It's nudie magazine day. All right, here we go. The sacred well, replenishment, self-care, giving from a place of plenty. Yeah, and that's why you're attracting new characters in your life that are vibing so high, is because you have plenty to give, because you've started to learn that you got to give to yourself first. And so again, when you're in that mode, you set yourself up for really good things. Sacred Map Oracle. Sacred Map Oracle. Anything that wants to come out that we need to know for Pisces? The Gentle Gardener. Yeah, tending to those around you, tending to the job, the people, the relationships, the coworkers, the lovers, the friends, the families, whatever you care about and show time and attention to and love, put it in the light, that sort of thing, it's going to grow. It's going to blossom. But it takes time. It takes time, right? Grandmother spirit is here for those who are very tied to a grandmother who almost has high priestess energy. She may have been a little bit mystical or witchy or just spiritual, a very loving presence in your life. She's looking down on you and she's giving you that wink or that little thing she used to do. Like, I don't know if it's like she would, like, I don't know, like point at you, or there was like some sort of like exchange that you used to have with a grandma or a nana or, someone who meant a lot to you, a very maternal energy. They're doing that little thing, that little gesture that used to make you smile. It was almost like a form of silent communication, like a symbol of a hug or I don't know what that is, but it's a beautiful message. It's a beautiful message. And then cleaning house. All right, so getting rid of what you don't need. But here's the message, though. I mean, get rid of anything that weighs you down and holds you back physically, energetically, emotionally, right? We got to let those emotions cycle through. They come in and then they go out, right? And then the process happens again. Others of you, this is quite literally like closing a deal on a house because you're moving in with your person, moving out of your old apartment. A lot of you are getting an upgrade in your living situation. This feels lovely. Right. Zodiac signs that want to come out in this reading for Pisces. You literally have all the cups cards. You also have Leo showing up here kind of strong with the strength card. Aquarius, maybe Capricorn. Who is this pirate? Who is this like Captain Hook? I think it's a good message though. It's not like a villain. Maybe it's not villainizing yourself. Maybe it's not looking at your emotions as the villain anymore. Because we're all steering the ship. I like that metaphor. They're all steering the ship. Zodiac signs for the Pisces reading. Zodiac signs. All right, so you have Scorpio hidden, of course. Scorpio wants to be hidden under the crystals. You have Leo, you have Sagittarius, and you have Capricorn. Love it so much. Pisces, thanks for joining me today. Show me some love and hit the like button. I would appreciate that. If you want to leave a positive comment or an emoji, that would help this reading find a greater audience on YouTube. It helps my channel grow. I invite you to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you'll be alerted when I post my readings. And if you want more content from me, I am on Instagram and Facebook as The Intuitive Teacup. Thanks for joining me today, Pisces. Happy, happy, happy birthday, and I will see you soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.